Hey guys, a little different today. We've got some tournament sets and a lot more competitive than ranked and even Power League before. If you saw the title, you'll know that we won, but I will say it was a best of one set tournament, so it doesn't really mean too much to win, but we did beat some good teams anyway. I wasn't recording the games as they happened, and I'm trying post commentary in this one. Let me know what you think of it, and if you like the tournament content, because we've won another one since that and hope to win more in the future, so it could be a good source of competitive content, because I'll still do ranked, but like ranked with modifiers, you don't even get good games against good players in those. So let me know what you think in the comments, what I could do better. If it's just cooked and you don't want to see any more of it at all, just let me know. We won our first two matches super easy. They were newer players and we won off draft. Nothing they could really do. Our first real game was against Jack, Zay, and Phosmas. All good players, lots of 3v3 wins, and old masters for all of them. The map was safe zone and we had first pick, so we banned Nani, Colette, and Chuck, trying to get Piper, Angelo, or Colt first. Sadly, they banned Angelo. I mean, everyone's always going to ban Angelo, but sometimes you get it. We grabbed Piper because she counters Colt, who's open, also a good pick, so if we get Piper, maybe we can also get Colt, and if they pick it, then we get Colt into Piper. They went Colt anyway, and they also paired it with a Bell, which wasn't great for them because Piper counters both. I think it's good brawlers on the map, but not great brawlers into Piper. We needed some safe damage and pressure, so we went Bonnie and 8-bit, which seems bad into Colt, but we can focus the Colt with the Piper, and Bell doesn't really have the DPS to beat a Bonnie. They last picked Carl. We knew Carl was open, but we didn't really care too much because we had so much DPS, and I could always just run knockback and shut him down with the gadgets. Into the first game, we sent Piper mid, Bonnie left, and then 8-bit also mid, but trying to avoid Bell bounces. We know Carl can gadget, but we're just being aware, and then we can focus him down if we have to. I'm running knockback, of course, just for the Carl. I don't really need curve. I outrange them all anyway. Interesting gadget. I mean, we can just get the trade. Sort of feeds their super a little. They're giving us Bonnie super, which is very good for us because once we get one Bonnie super, we can cycle a little bit. I mean, you don't get it back, but like we can just kind of hold them and repeatedly run at their base with no skill and just sort of win. The 8-bit plus Piper combo is insane. I do like 5,000 damage. Good super from the Carl, but I mean, we still have Bonnie's super. We just haven't used it yet. It's staying 100-100, but we definitely have the advantage. We've got full setup. I wasn't sure whether we wanted to break our wall or not. Looking back, we definitely should have sooner, and I think we do at some point, but I do get a jump combo. Ty gets some damage. I'm sort of just staying back because I know I can one-shot their whole team except for Carl when I'm in the damage super. Unfortunately, I'm bell marked. I thought I was in the 8-bit zone for that. I wasn't. They get a little bit of safe damage, but once again, more Bonnie super feeding. That's why we weren't too worried about the Carl pick. We knew it was an option, but it wasn't that scary. I can just sit back. They can't push into the 8-bit. That's the thing with the gadgets. We can just... The Bonnie, you use the gadget and you can push all the way up. Very good job from Ryan. We get a ton of damage off that because they just have to wait while they're jumping midair and then land and then use all their ammo. Unless they communicate and like delegate who's going to shoot at the Bonnie, there's not much they can do. I finally do break the thing. Definitely should have done it sooner because the Carl's just sort of using it because we outranged the Carl. So if they don't have that wall, they're a lot worse. Good shots from Ty. None of us die. Everyone's sort of doing their job. Ryan's pushing up, using the gadgets, getting the kill and the double kill there. And then he can push up onto Carl, and then we can get onto safe with a gadget from 8-bit. I didn't know whether I was supposed to shoot the safe or not. I think I prefer just shooting the Carl because we already have the lead and there's 15 seconds left. I'd rather not just get a hypercharge cold on safe. So at this point, we're playing a lot more defensive. We always have the 8-bit DPS for the Carl, and I think I misclicked super here. Yeah, I was like just flashing it out. They don't have enough DPS because we just sit in front of the safe. They don't have the piercing, except for Carl. The bell bounces aren't going to do anything with the 40% lead, and then we do take game 1. All right, then for game 2, we didn't really need to switch it up. Even if they swap lanes, they do put Carl up ahead, and then I hit 3 crazy shots. I mean, one of those was sort of him just walking into it, but that's mostly just reading the movement pattern. That lets us get the super off right away, sort of ends the Colt. But yeah, Ryan just pushes up, you get a gadget off, and then he just gets full control, even into like a 1v2 or even a 1v3. Now we're up in a good spot. Ty's going to get the super. We're going to put it back down in the thing, I think. Back where we put it before. More hit shots. I mean, the 5K is a little scary. They didn't break their own wall right, but it was also sort of helping them, at least in the Carl and Colt matchup, like having that tiny little bit. They try and silver bullet the wall. They don't have enough range. I don't think it would have really mattered. They're not going to take the turret out anyway. I could have supered there, but I didn't need to. But yeah, you get a gadget up. He's pretty much all of our pressure and control with the Bonnie gadgets. Doing a very good job. I could be doing a little better into my matchups. I mean, I'm getting the kills. I'm hitting the shots. If I had curve, it would be a lot more dominant, but I think it's pretty fine. Just pushing up more safe damage. Just holding control in mid. I should have supered here. My brain wanted to super, but I just didn't end up doing it. I don't know. I was thinking in my head super, but I just did not. My hands didn't actually do it. But Ty is somehow 1v3ing in the mid. I hit 2 shots in a row. Very good. 5k damage off the super. I'm sort of just standing in the zone back here. We've got the 20% lead. Ryan still has gadgets. Safe damage isn't really a problem for us because if they ever make a mistake, we had a team wipe. We just get 8-bit on safe. Good kill on the Carl. I don't know. They didn't have the best movement patterns. Colt did clip me up there, though. But yeah, even without gadget, he's just pushing all the way up. Like, this is what I mean. Like, they just had to use, like, 6 ammo, and single-handedly, he just pushed them all back. But yeah, if me or Ty is in the damage zone, we can just fire towards the center, and they can't really get through. It holds control very well, even aside from being a great damage option. But yeah, he still gets another jump. I mean, I don't even know if he got damage that time. At this point, I'm just going to play defense. Ty gets a little more damage. I hit a bunch of shots in a row here. Missed there, but one there. Another one, get the kill on the Colt. Try to go for a little something there. Stack the KDR a little bit. I think we get the KDR in the end. Like I said before, best of 1 tournament, so that was it. They're a pretty good team. I mean, I think they didn't really need to pick Carl because I see the vision, but we just have way too much DPS. Next match was the semifinals on Out in the Open against Barin, Kent, and RJ. More good players, all Power League Masters. We had first pick again, so we banned 3 Nani counters, hoping to get Nani, Piper, or Angelo. Of course, they banned Angelo. They also banned Piper, but they did forget to ban Nani, so we just insta-locked it. They went Charlie Bell, which is very good picks. Charlie's very annoying for Nani. Pretty much the only Nani counter open at that point. Bell's also pretty good, and the mines are just frustrating. Or if they go trick shot, they can use that as well. We went Brock, so we have mid-entry, and something to kill the Charlie spiders. It's not great into Bell, but if you have speed gear and mid-entry, it's not like an impossible matchup. We added Leon mostly because we were scared that they would pick it because it's so good into our comp. But then they go Eve, which is very smart, and it does very well into the Leon on the right side. It sort of just shut us down. Alright, into game 1. Obviously going to break open our side. I didn't see this until a very later point that I should have been breaking open the little 2x2 all the way on the left side, just for a little more mid-entry, because we're just getting sort of caught up in the little choke thing. Our main goal was just to pinch out the Charlie, because we knew they would be there, and if Ty pinches from the right and I pinch from the left, it should be nice. The number one thing, the biggest problem with our draft was definitely the Leon pick, because I sort of just forgot that they nerfed the damage reduction and stuff. I do call out to target the Bell there and we get it, but unfortunately the Leon dies, and Ty actually, I think he gets the kill here. Ty is super good at Nani, you'll see in this game. And unfortunately, a common theme in this thing is the Charlie just absolutely owning us. They did get an Eve super down, which is part of why we lost. I honestly have no clue why I'm over in the right corner when Ty is also there. I think if I just pinch from the right side, I didn't want to be like pushed up and where I didn't know where they were, but if we just pinch. Missed shots for me. I mean, at this point, I don't think I should be winning, but I have no clue why I'm on the right side of the map. That's a big throw for me. I believe here we try and combo the gadget with the super. We do that a bunch. I don't know if it ever works. But yeah, like Leon, old Leon, I think pre-nerf, that's essentially the Eve is dead. So that was the biggest problem. Like the Leon into Eve matchup isn't amazing. It's not great at the pets anymore, especially because you have to wait till they get close and they might jump on you. I don't know about the Bell bounces. I think if they're running Nest Egg, I think they could win based on how many times they had us all the way pushed up into spawn. I get a super here. It's a pretty good one. They do get a hypercharge. Not great, obviously. But they sort of... Oh, no. Yeah, I don't know how that's an interaction. But with the Mythic Gear, he somehow invis when he comes out and the healing saves him. Very good movement. He dodges. Ty is pushing up. I'm not really hitting too many shots. I could definitely be hitting more. We focused Charlie here because they've just been the biggest problem. We were spectating their previous match, and that person was playing Charlie on safe zone, and they were going insane. They were just like 1v2 in the other team, so we were definitely nervous for that. I thought I was gonna die there. I was really nervous. Thankfully, we got it. They died to the poison. No more gadgets to combo with it. Obviously, when you gadget combo on the Charlie, it doesn't work, but if you're able to get it on the Bell, then I think it's a pretty free kill because they can't really dodge. We called a rotate, but like it doesn't really work because they were just checking the bush regularly, like not for the invisible Leon. But we get a very good pinch. I think he could have survived there. I don't know why he walked into it. Like the Nani wasn't curving that much around on the left side. I think if he stayed on the left over. After getting 1v2'd the first time, we were like really cautious. Obviously, we're not going to try and get Charlie supered here. Thankfully, I'm hitting some shots now. I'm going to go for a super here. They somehow decide to take the jump pad. I mean, I guess it was just desperate 2v3, but like, I think he could have just survived in the back. Maybe he didn't want to get pinched out, but it's a free kill either way. Somehow I missed the 3 shots on the Bell and we don't kill him right away. But we take game 1. I mean, other than the 1v2, it felt pretty convincing, like a pretty convincing win because we pretty much went up every round and we just sold the 1 on the 1v2. We kind of choked there, so it felt good. Going to the next one, same thing. I mean, if you win the game, you don't switch up too much. I don't think there's any reason not to have the Brock on the Charlie. We're focusing down Eve. Get a lot of hit shots there. He's super low, but unfortunately he's back behind the thing. There's nothing we can do. Just going to try and pinch out the Charlie. If he's standing on this side, I can get decently hit shots. I don't know. Brock is like good into Charlie, but it still takes 2 hits to get off the spiders, which can be annoying. Super close there. We do get the spiders. He's on +4, obviously, but it was very nice. Once he runs out of spiders, it becomes a lot easier. But by the time he runs out of spiders, he usually has a hypercharge, which is annoying. Good hit shots from Ty, but he's very pinched up here. I was not far enough up because I was getting pinched out by Bell shots. Bell is way too far up though, so when I switch with Ty, and as you can see, we are now in a 2v3. And I mentioned before, a common theme was us getting destroyed by the Charlie. And yeah, we lose the 2v3. I mean, they did have Eve super, and we were all pretty low, so we had to go back and heal up. I still think we could have won that. I mean, it was sort of my fault. I shouldn't have gone back. I still had full HP. I could have held them back a bit. I think Eve just gadgeted at the beginning. I don't know why they did that. But we get a very quick kill with the combo. I think that's the only time we get a combo kill, but it did work. Very nice. It pretty much guarantees a round win. I doubt they're going to Charlie hypercharge here. It's kind of a waste, yeah. They're just going to run at us. We all have our supers. They don't need to go into the storm or anything. No more gadgets, unfortunately. And here I give like the worst possible call out. I told Ryan to super over so we could combo with the Nani head. I just completely forgot that the Charlie had hypercharge. So he just gets a free super, completely canceling his super and just killing him, leaving Ty in a 1v2. And also, you probably could see, I just randomly ran right into all the Eve's shots and didn't dodge at all. So very bad for me. I definitely sold that last round for myself, and I just got Ryan killed. But it's fine. Those things happen. All right, this time I think I finally remembered that I have gadgets and I can break open this other thing. I think, yeah, I always want to break that open just so the Charlie can't play onto right lane. This forces them to play left because if they try and move over, we just pinch them against the wall. And I finally realized I can do that. And now pinching Charlie is going to be a lot easier. And if they force us back, we have a lot better ways to get back into the mid. But either way, they're still pushing us all the way back into spawn. The Charlie just has really good movement and just good control. And they can put down a gadget. Ryan has good dodges over on the right side. Unfortunately, has to use a gadget to survive. And they finally hit some crazy, like, Bell bounce. Didn't really need to do that one. I could have maybe supered here. I didn't know if I wanted to or not. I definitely could have supered, but, like, at the same time, I am using speed gear. I think Ty might be on speed gear as well, just for, like, dodges against the Bell. And that's helping a lot, at least me and DeBell, because normally Brock and DeBell is not a great matchup. But when I'm on the speed gear, I can just avoid the shots a lot easier, and they can't see me. So I didn't want to waste the super. Because after all the times we got 1v3'd and 2v3'd, we could definitely still lose that, even if I supered Bell. The best change we made was putting Ty over on the left side because it's a lot easier for me to be in mid against the Charlie because I just need pretty much one to take out the spiders, and Brock is a lot better at just quickly focusing over. So right there we were able to just pinch out the Charlie. At this point they're probably not going for the 2v3 because the 2v3s really only worked when they had the Charlie, and had us pushed all the way back in spawn with Eve super. So they just die. We could have waited for Ty to get one super, but I mean, you would have gotten one shot off. They weren't going to just heal up and let him get free hits. But yeah, when Ty's on the left side, it's a lot better. They do have Bell Hypercharge, unfortunately, which is very scary for me, which is who they use it on, but thankfully I get just back in time. Saved by speed gear, I guess. So it's a good thing I didn't break the bushes. We want to pinch out the Charlie here, but unfortunately, the other bad thing with the Leon pick is we knew Bell was an option, but we didn't want to give them a Leon game because Brock and Nani is horrible into Leon, so we just picked it to stop them. But every time they put the Eve pets down, it just hard counters the Nani super because you can't really go anywhere near them, or otherwise they just damage you, or they just show where you are, and then it just ruins it. Somehow Ryan managed to push all the way up with 2 people hitting him, and then Ty one-shots the Charlie, and that's just like, I think that's very good skill. Like, it wasn't like the draft or the strategy at that point. It's just Ty being good at Nani and Ryan having good movement. I didn't really do anything that last round, but I think I did decent. I mean, I'm Brock into Bell, and I still did well. We mostly picked the Brock for entry to mid. We get the win. Definitely a harder win than the last one. Very, very scary. Super close. Final game to win the tournament, and of course we're against pro players. Alianis and Batucci's are super good, and they've made a ton of monthly finals. Ruledu's also good, and it was Pinball Dreams. We finally got last pick, which is nice on Brawl Ball, so we had to ban Larry and Angelo right away, and then we also banned Charlie, but that one's less important. We just don't want them to get the 2 broken brawlers. We were hoping to get Jesse, but unfortunately they took it right before us, and it's just such a good pick in Brawl Ball right now. We took Rico to outrange them in mid and also to have good pressure. If we push up, you can bounce off the walls and their spawn super well. Then we took Sandy because honestly one of the best ways to beat Jesse is with a lot of pressure and aggression, and then we can pair it with something aggressive later, and then Sandy plus aggression is very good. They went gray to open up the map, which makes sense. It's good against the Rico, obviously. And then they added Buster, which is very annoying for Sandy, and it also can block Rico supers, sort of just shut us down and waste all of our stuff. We were a little surprised, though, with their draft, because it pretty much just handed us a tank game. We were thinking Primo or Jackie, and we decided on Jackie because she can push easier a lot. Like, at the start of the game, Primo's pretty useless, but you can use gadgets and walls to push up with Jackie pretty easily. Alright, into the last game. Obviously a very scary team. 2 very pro players, and then Roladu, I mean, he's definitely semi-pro. He's pretty good, and they've been playing with him, so obviously he's a good player. Wrong lanes at the start. I told Ryan I'd go that way, mostly because I just didn't want to walk all the way over to the other side. Like, I just thought we'd lose a ton of control if we had to switch sides at the beginning, so a little unlucky that we spawned there. Definitely would have just been better to have the hard counter Jackie into Buster. I'll just chase him down. We already have decent control. Ty got a good gadget to kill the Gray earlier. Interesting TP. I get he's going for like a goal, but I don't know. Definitely the TPs were their issue. There are some very questionable TPs. We can just sit here and wait because the longer we wait, the more value we'll get out of Jesse Super. Ty starts hitting some big supers and shots. He's just 1v2ing them. Very good Rico. He could just pass it up, or honestly, we kill him anyway. He passes it up at the end, but either way, there's no deep way that Jesse is the DPS, and they're not going to waste the super. We do swap lanes now. I'm close to Hypercharge, I think, but not quite there. He has to waste a Buster super. Like, I know it got 1 hit. It still feels like a waste to me. But they used the Jesse super to push up. I knew he was going to TP, and at the last second I was like, wait, he's just going to TP away. They get the Jesse Hypercharge and a double gadget. Not much we can do. He gets the ball, but at that point, nothing really. Kind of unlucky we didn't get any Sandy super value out of that. I do have Hypercharge now, and as you'll see, I completely miss. But it also, thankfully, the Hypercharge slow effect somehow got value outside of like pulling them into you. I don't know if I've ever seen that, but Ty just got free shots onto the Jesse, which is very nice. All right, game 2. Obviously, this time we want to go on the better lanes, but even still, Sandy doesn't have great matchups. poor Ryan, pretty much the whole tournament, he's getting stuck on the worst matchups. Like, Leon was the worst pick. Sandy was a good pick. I like the Sandy pick. He just doesn't have great matchups at the beginning of the game. Another thing, I don't know why their Gray is not on 4 hook. As you'll see, he runs out after 3, which is just crazy that you wouldn't run that, because once they run out, he's just way weaker. Interesting TP. This is just crazy from Ty here. Looks like they're about to score and win. The gadgets are always crazy. We do get a bit of a lucky spawn and a little bit of a lucky bounce that the ball bounced backwards from Ty and not forwards, because I think they could have gotten it and scored, but they didn't want to give us a free team wipe and then we can just walk up the map and score. I'm going to stick the ball in top right because it's a lot easier for us to defend that part. I don't know why they didn't just gadget me sooner or put the turret in a better spot. Very interesting. I don't know what the Jesse... I might have just forgot I was there, but we get the rotate over. I'm going to go get the ball. We have good control. I think we're close to a Sandy super. Another interesting TP. I think it was just a little early, but it does help them get out of spawn for sure. Here, I use my hypercharge, and he TPs away again. They keep doing that. Good plays. I survived with very little HP, and I knew the Jackie was going to be good versus Jesse turret. I think I was lagging or something, or just not paying attention, but he gets one hit on me, which stops me from healing, but we get the healing time now anyway. I don't think it really affected the game. Not the best Rico super, but after all the really good ones, it's okay to miss one. And it did at least hit the Gray. A couple mistakes happen here. Ryan just throws a super down on the right side, which obviously it's going to help us on that side, and he's definitely going to be able to kill the Gray, or I am. Yeah, for sure. I think if he put it down on the right side, we'd have a better... He could still, like, push up on the left side. And then, as you see, I used my super while Buster still had his super up, which I knew I wasn't supposed to do, but I just kind of forgot. Like, I thought about that in an earlier game, but just not in that moment, and then we're going to get the super, and they score, but also we wouldn't have scored anyway. All right, same lanes, of course. No reason to swap, because Buster's just not great on the right, on the left lane anyway, or at least on our left lane, so they've got to send him to our right lane. I just get full control. Jesse's just missing shots on us, but they do get control really early. Good pinch. Ty just, I don't know, those gadgets, they keep just sleeping on the damage. He's able to get back, Robo Retreat, very good star power. Definitely the better one for most situations. And he's already out of Gray hooks. I think if they're on 4, they can definitely win. Unfortunately not. I get good dodges. They can't see me in the speed, in the bushes. I'm not sure if they're on vision or not, but either way, it's very helpful they didn't hit that. For some reason, they TP over onto the matchup they're already killing when they have Buster into Sandy. Maybe to stop Sandy from charging super? I'm not sure. I was worried about a TP, so I hesitated a little and ran back, thinking he was going to TP. And of course, the one time I think about it, he doesn't. I think I dodged 2 Gray shots up there, and the teammates clean up the kill on the bottom. And we're able to get the free goal with Sandy super, so this is definitely a good chance they're out of Gray hooks. Because I think he thought Sandy would be there, so he TP's in, but I went that way because we had the Sandy super either way, and it was just fast to go that way. Definitely a bad Gray TP. Just folds control and sort of feeds my super. I'm kind of dodging a little bit. I could have hypercharged and gotten the kill. I didn't know if we were going to score here or not. Thankfully, Ty gets a good super, and at this point, they can't really push up, otherwise he kills him, and he gets the goal, and we win. Well played from all the teammates the whole tournament. I'm 1-2, but, I mean, I'm just mostly there for pressure. Obviously, Ty did amazing, and Ryan did very good getting the supers out and stuff. And he's into the worst matchups. Again, we kept sticking him on the worst matchups, not on purpose. It's just the brawlers he's good at, and just happens unlucky in the draft. But he played very well for the matchups he had.
Thank you for watching, and let me know if you want to see more tournament content, and I'll see you in the next video.